Whack-a-mug-gob, everybody. Hey, Dennis Turney Jr. He asked me to do Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon versus Billy Joel's The Stranger. Now, if you caught Kiss Wednesday yesterday, Dennis asked me to put Stars versus Dynasty, and he asked me to do this. And I did mention in that episode yesterday that I think I like Billy Joel's The Stranger more. But let me listen to them both back to back, and then I'll let you know tomorrow, which is today, you know, if I still stand by that. So I did listen to both these albums today to do the track by track, and I gotta say, man, Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon is a better album, in my opinion. I thought it was Billy Joel, The Stranger, because I love that album so much. But, man, Dark Side of the Moon's, to me, it does deserve the acclaim it has. I mean, there were, you know, a few years I was like, Dark Side of the Moon's overrated, and this and that, because, you know, it is the biggest Pink Floyd album, and I'm more of a fan of, well, I think The Wall is the greatest album ever made by anybody. But, you know, I liked Animals more, and, yeah, Wish You Were Here, and Metal. I like Metal more as well. But, because, you know, I guess it's because Dark Side of the Moon's kind of like a Sgt. Pepper thing. It's like, oh, it's too huge. Let me get into stuff that's not as huge. But, man, listening to it today, I'm like, my God, I remember when I was a little kid wearing headphones and listening to On the Run. And it was, you know, I didn't do drugs. I didn't smoke pot yet. I was really young. But that was like getting high. To put that on headphones and listen to it with the room, you know, the lights off, your eyes closed, with the headphones, killer headphones, listening to On the Run was fucking futuristic. And listening to it now, it still sounds futuristic to me. You know, I don't think we're quite there yet, wherever the hell the sound effects of On the Run. Let me talk about that when we get to it. So let's start this. Now, Dennis asked me to put Speak to Me and Breathe in the Air as one song, which it basically is. And that's going against Moving Out. I'm going with Billy Joel. God, I love that song. Heart attack, you ought to know by now. I love that shit. Love it. Wins. Billy Joel. Next, On the Run, which I was talking about that before. You know, it's like, God damn, man. I mean, put the headphones on. It's so futuristic. It's like the sound effects of, I don't know, some machinery that hasn't been invented yet. It almost sounds like entering a time machine. That's what it feels like to me. Going, you know, I get the vision of, you know, you ever seen that movie out there? That movie called Logan's Run? Where, you know, it has like that big hallway with the lights, you know? It reminds me of going into that hallway, and that hallway just sucking you in, and you're flying through all those lights, going back and forth through a time machine, and then you land, you know, somewhere where George Washington's hanging out. That's what I feel like about when I listen to On the Run. I love The Stranger, but no, definitely Pink Floyd gets that one. All right, next, Time versus Love You Just the Way You Are. Yeah, it's an okay song. I'm not really a big fan of Just the Way You Are. You know, when I bought, I gotta say, I bought this album. Oh, when it was new because of another song coming up. I love the song so much, I bought this full album. And at that time, Just the Way You Are was already a hit before I heard that song. So listen to this, I'm like, yeah, it's one of those radio songs. I don't hate it, don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted, let's cut the deck. I don't hate the song. It's just there, you know. But it's a big hit. I'm giving it to Time. I love Time. I always think of this girl, Julie, man, when I was very young. And the line in the song that says, when I come home, broken, tired, I like to warm my bones besides the fire. It always makes me remember Julie. The blonde girl, man, that who knows where she is. sucks when you get old and you were friends with all these people and they just disappear on you. And I've heard, things through the years about her, and they weren't good. She got mixed up in drugs, and I hope it's not true, but I heard, she became like a drug addict and a prostitute and stuff like that. And sad, I hope she got out of it. But anyway, that song reminds me of her, and that song wins. Time wins. Next, The Great Gig in the Sky versus Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. I'm going with Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. Billy Joel said he got the inspiration of that song listening to Abbey Road's medley at the side 2. So he did a song kind of like inspired by it, which is a bunch of songs in one. It's a great tune. The Great Gig in the Sky is the only song I don't like off this album. I do love the gorgeous piano playing by Richard Wright. I think that's nice, but my God, that woman screaming and yapping, and oh my God, it was like, oh, shut up. I always skip this song. This is a definite skipper. Usually what I do, I listen to the beginning, the gorgeous piano, but when that girl comes in, all right, next song. And the next song is Money. By the way, I'm giving that to Billy Joel. Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. Next, Money versus VIERA. I love them both, but easily Money. Money is just too awesome. I do love that song. Listening to it today, I haven't heard it in a while because I don't listen to the radio at all. And yeah, I do have this in my iPod, but it hasn't showed up on my shuffle forever because I have exactly 1.5 squillion songs on my iPod. So, I'm not going to get to a lot of these songs like in years. And I haven't heard Money forever, and listening to it today, I was like, man, what a great groove, great bass line, and I love how it changes with the solo. Great damn tune. I'm giving it to Money. All right, next, Us and Them versus Only the Good Die Young. I love them both, but Only the Good Die Young, man. That's the song. When I heard that shit on the radio, I had to buy that record. I bought The Stranger and I still think it's a fucking awesome song. And, Billy Joel, I think, is an amazing songwriter. And one of the reasons why is proof that he is an amazing songwriter to me is because Rolling Stone magazine back in the 70s would slam him and say he sucked. When Rolling Stone magazine says you suck, you're awesome. In my world. So yeah, Only the Good Die Young. What a damn song. I love it. Wins. All right, next. Any Color You Like versus She's Always a Woman. I like She's Always a Woman. I mean, way more than Just the Way You Are. But no, I got to go with Any Color You Like because that shit's awesome. I love it. I love that. The instruments flowing. It's just great. All right, next. Brain Damage versus Let It Right the First Time. Get It Right the First Time. Easily Brain Damage. That's my favorite song off Dark Side of the Moon. The lunatic is in my head. I love that shit. All right, now we come to the last song, which is Eclipse versus Everybody Has a Dream. I dig Everybody Has a Dream, but Eclipse is such a great, bombastic outro. What a way to end an album with that. Man, it's just amazing. That's why this album is so important to so many people that I believe it's been on the charts ever since it's been released in 73 up to today. It's still probably low in the charts, but it's been in the charts for decades. Fucking phenomenal album, man. And it wins. Dennis is the final score. Yeah, it got double of Billy Joel, but both great albums. I love them both. Both have a song I don't like. I don't like Just the Way You Are, and I don't like The Great Gig in the Sky. But the rest is awesome. I dig it. I dig them both. And thank you so much, Dennis. You rock, my friend. And everybody out there, you all rock as well. Thank you so much. And leave your comments below about Dark Side of the Moon and Billy Joel's The Stranger. I like to think what you think. Think what you think. Hell yeah. Hey, and if you like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. So stay frosty, like Dennis Turney Jr. and Melissa. and listen to Black Sabbath and smack 'em a gob.
Warning.